Your Friday morning commute still looking great, starting to pick up a little bit on the Stevenson from Harlem in, and right there on the Ike you can see that. But let's head up to the sky and get a live look at some of our roadways from Mike Lorberg. No problems on your tollways or your expressways really this morning. Base times on the Edens very close to base times between the airport and downtown on the Kennedy. You're at 33 minutes on the Eisenhower, just a little tight from 25th Avenue up to 1st Avenue, so look out for that. The Stevenson is starting to build. You're at 30 minutes, but the Dan Ryan looks great, and so do 57 and the Ford. That's traffic. Over to you, Zoraida.
All right, thank you very much, Marley.
Thanks so much, Andy. It's 6 a.m. and we have our first incident of the morning. I'm going to take you right outside for a live look. We're dealing with a car fire. Thanks so much, Mike. The rest of your travel times this morning, though, do look like we are number 16. Your base time on the Edens is 15 minutes. You're only 19 on the inbound Kennedy, 18 on the flip headed in from the airport. 38 minutes on the inbound Ike, getting tight around Manheim this morning. Taking a look at the Stevenson, you're 35 minutes in from the Tri-State to Lakeshore Drive. There's also a secondary delay about 55 minutes if you're coming in from 355. On the Dan Ryan, you're looking at 17 minutes, and we're seeing that delay, 57. That's 20 minutes now. That'll be up very quickly and very shortly, just here in the next couple of minutes. And taking a look at the Ford, you're only at 12 minutes, and Lakeshore Drive is clear. Now let's head over to Andy for a look at the weather. And we have some breaking traffic news this morning on northbound 57 at 139th Street. We're dealing with an accident that left one car on fire and another in the ditch at the bottom of the hill, causing a parking lot to pick up for you on 57. I'll have more on that and a look at your drive times in just a few minutes. Thanks so much, Andy. If you're about to head out the door, I would advise avoiding northbound 57. We had an earlier car fire, and as you can see, it has turned it into a parking lot. You're looking at delays that are back about a mile right now and heavily building because only your left lane is getting by. You've got emergency vehicles blocking the other lanes on 57. Also want to remind you, Rib Fest is today, and it'll have Lincoln, Irving Park, and Damon, that three-way intersection, shut down this evening. So you'll be looking at 5 to 10 p.m. this evening, and then Saturday and Sunday, it's from noon to 10. So look out for those closures, as well as that Cubs game that Andy just told you about. We'll be dealing with that as well, so look out for that one at 3:05. Let's get a quick look at your drive times. You're looking at 19 minutes on the inbound Edens between Lake Cook and the Junction, 16 if you're going the opposite way, 24 in from the airport on the Kennedy, 31 if you're headed out from downtown, though still looking pretty good this morning. You're at 48 minutes on the Ike coming in from Route 53. Very tight between Manheim and 1st Avenue, so look out for that delay, 42 minutes on that flip trip. The Stevenson is 39 in from the Tri-State, about 45 if you're headed in from 355, but the flip looks great. Taking a look at the Dan Ryan, only 20 minutes on the inbound, and there's that 57 delay we told you about because of that car fire. Take an alternate route if you can. Over to you, Zoraida and Stefan. It's 6:45, and our big story this morning is an earlier car fire on northbound 57. This is just before the CalSag, right around 139th Street. It's caused backups headed all the way down 57. We're looking at them all the way back to about 159th Street. Let's grab a look at your travel times quickly if you're headed out the door. 20 minutes on that inbound Eden still looks great. The Kennedy is really light, only about 30 minutes both ways between O'Hare and downtown. On the Eisenhower, you're 47 minutes headed in from Route 53. Very tight around Manheim, and as you head down towards Cicero, look for some major delays. The Stevenson, 46 minutes on that inbound side, but the Dan Ryan looks pretty good. That's traffic. Over to you, Stefan.